Hi everyone, welcome. Tonight we're going to share with you our accommodation guide to the Hunter Valley. With me, Pete from Weekenda.
Hi everyone.
So thanks Pete for joining us.
Thanks Wendy, thanks for inviting us.
This is exciting. So it's been such a cool vibe in the Hunter Valley in the last few weeks. Everyone's starting to come back. So we thought what a great time to talk about where to stay, what to do. So here you are. Let's talk accommodation. What do you do, Pete?
Well, look, the Hunter Valley's hot, Wendy. There's no doubt about it. You know, so we are. Things have never been busier. I think we've got new properties coming on all the time. We've got about 110 properties that we look after here at Weekenda. So we've got pretty much everything from the smallest of properties through to the most massive properties. It's been the most incredible 30 days ever. I think everybody who's in Sydney, surrounds, or in the regions is dying to get into the Hunter Valley.
Don't you feel like there's just such a sense of support out there too, wanting to support their local accommodation, their local wineries? I just feel like there's just such a connection at the moment where everyone just wants to contribute and be part of something. And I don't know. I just think it's just, there's an energy around at the moment.
There's a hell of a vibe right now. There is, and I think we've just come off the back of bushfires, come off the back of a tough, growing season with the smoke and so on. And so, I think everyone wants to support the valley.
They do.
And I think that, people have got options. They're going north to us, they're going south, or they're going into the mountains, and we're just getting so many people. Like, honestly, we have never, ever seen anything like it in our business. People are really excited to come into the valley.
Yeah.
And I hope the people that are watching tonight are keen to come up as well.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about Hunter Valley. There's so many regions. Hunter Valley's huge. There's so many regions. Can you just tell us about the different regions in the Hunter Valley, different places where they can stay with you?
Sure. Yeah, okay. So one bedroom, romantic couples, getaways, that sort of thing is super popular, and we can help people to package up events, dinners, tastings here at Sadler's Creek, hot air ballooning, you name it. There's so many things here to do.
So you guys if somebody contacts Weekenda, you will help them the whole way through? Yeah,
you bet. So we can concierge the whole thing for them.
That's great.
So it's not just the accommodation. We really want people to have the whole experience here in the valley.
That's fantastic.
And right through to people they've got big crowds. That could be families. It could be groups. Our typical guest would be probably 6 to 8 people. It's a group of mums getting away. It's a group of family. It's a group of friends getting away. Girls' weekends absolutely is massive. So that's right through to big groups like weddings. The Hunter Valley is wedding central these days.
Oh, such a beautiful location.
Oh, incredible. And so if you've got 100 people coming into the valley, then one phone call to us and we can look after your 100 guests.
Wow.
So anything from the brides, grooms, right through to the extended family.
That's a great service. That's what we want. Someone like me, when you're busy, you just want someone to go, right, do it.
Yeah, make that happen. I've got enough on my plate.
Thank you.
I'm organising my wedding. Just please look after all my guests.
Do it. So what do you think? What's most popular at the moment? Is there lots of family and people looking for places with? Do you do places with kitchen versus places with a spa versus
Look, I think what's hot is fireplaces like this and fire pits are just amazing. We just can't get enough properties with fireplaces and fire pits. Big groups actually is super hot right now. Yeah. So people, I think they've just been at home. They haven't been able to connect with their friends. They haven't been able to connect with their family. And so
we've loved the Zoom, but now we're over it.
We're over Zoom's yesterday.
We've loved Zoom.
That's yesterday's newspaper. We're just wanting to get together with our friends.
Yeah.
So anything from a 3-bedroom house to bigger is off the chart popular and busy right now. So I'm going to suggest that if anyone is looking at something in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, today's a really good day, and I don't mean just for Weekender properties. I mean just do what you can to try and find something.
Yeah.
Beyond that, August, September, October, still dates available, but booking really fast too.
Yeah. Bookings are essential. Even at our wineries and everything, it's just so essential at the moment because there's so many. There are still restrictions in place, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's guidelines that everyone needs to follow. Limited number of people and etc. So it's just so important. If you are we'd love you to come visit. We want you up here, but if you can give us a little bit of a heads up and say we're coming up, so we can allocate a proper space for you and make your experience seamless and fantastic. Because that's what we're all about at the end of the day. Just wanting to make sure your experience is great when you get out here. one of the greatest things at the moment too is just supporting locals, supporting Aussie, isn't it? So we've got down there. Let's talk about supporting.
Yeah, look up, and let me just wind back just a little bit before I get onto that, because a couple of other things that are really hot are pet accommodation, pet-friendly accommodation.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so just massive. People, they've been stuck at home with their dogs. They love their dogs. They're part of their family. And they're wanting to take their dogs away as well. So increasingly we're getting owners to be a lot more friendly about, you know, dogs, because you know what, we don't often have problems with dogs. We do sometimes have problems with humans, but we don't often have problems with dogs. So dogs are great, and we welcome them into probably about half of our properties now. Yeah, so
well, we welcome dogs here. I mean, our staff, we've got Ned, we have Fred, and we've got Honey coming on board. So, you know, 3 of our essential team players, like talent that we have here, all have pets that come every day.
Right.
Even Kathy, who is our cellar door, we used to have 2 beautiful dogs. They got ill, very old, and passed away. But we even did a post when they died, and and so many comments coming back, because everyone knew Kathy's puppy dogs, because they were such a important part of our cellar door experience. They were just there, super friendly, etc. Anyway, guys, when you come to the Hunter Valley, let us know. Where do you stay? Where do you want to visit? What do you want to know about? If you've got anything there, pop it into the comments, and let's see if Pete or myself can help answer for you. Tag someone that wants to have a holiday escape. Let us know, and we can help you.
Wendy, you asked the question about regions and Australian, buying Australian. So one of the tricks, and this is a little bit of a trick for those that may not be aware, is that when you book directly with somebody that runs an accommodation business like Weekenda, but there's plenty of others out there, if you book direct, you're going to pay about 15 to 20% less than if you booked, say, through Airbnb, Booking.com or Stays.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That's what I understood as well, because I know, like, Bookings, and I mean, they're great sites because we all visit them and use them.
Yeah, we do. I do.
Yeah, but there's some hefty.
Look, they charge us 15 to 20%, so we just add that onto the top of the tariff. Yeah. So when people book in direct, then they make that saving.
A bit of room for movement.
Yeah,
that you can help them out, and look, fantastic. Well, that's not many people know that, do they?
No, I don't think they do. And
I think we get scared off it, like, because they have like that SEO power or whatever it is that they have, and it's always like there in your face. So that's interesting. Okay.
So people often find
direct.
It. Call direct. Book direct.
Book direct.
Absolutely. It's
And look, you'll probably get your best savings you can possibly get. Fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I think Australian it's the flavour of the month. I mean, we're starting to think about manufacturing more in Australia. We want to buy Australian goods. We want to stay in properties that are managed by, and we want to have money to stay. Dick Smith did a fantastic thing. I don't know if you saw that on a little while ago, where he was talking about, if you're spending your money with Airbnb and with Booking.com, with Stays and these sort of guys, then a lot of your money is going offshore. Yeah, and you know what? They're not paying tax in Australia, and you know, I don't want to get too controversial, but if you're booking direct, you know that your money's staying in Australia.
I think there's going to be a much bigger push on community.
Yeah, definitely.
And which is great. You know, it's funny, years ago I was learning about community, and that is the most sustainable thing in our life. Yeah. If we can become community focused. And it might have taken us 25 years, or we went on a bit of a hiatus, but I think it's going to centre us again, because we do live in the best country in the world, I think.
It's a really good way of putting it. It's centering us, because I think that's kind of how a lot of people are feeling now. We've had time to sort of stop and think and just maybe just regroup a little bit. So I think we're all invigorated, I think, and I am, and I know you are.
Like I said, I think there's an energy around at the moment. You know, we have gone through, or we are going through quite an exhausting time, but there's a vibe of, you know what, we're going to be okay, it's going to be all right, and let's just all pull together and support each other, and everything's going to be great. Now, I've got a couple of wines here, of course, because you add Saddler's Creek wines, in case you didn't know.
I'm glad you mentioned it, because I'm just enjoying this Chardonnay. It's absolutely stunning.
Well, I've brought out, because it was like, what will we talk about tonight? So I've brought out our Alessandro range, which is really, if you're going to talk special occasion, this is the wine. If you're going to have a special holiday away, or a romantic weekend, or whatever it is, this is our super premium collection. I've brought an old label along here. So this has traditionally been our reserve range, and probably when we came on board 5 years ago, as a bit of a tribute to, really our way of life and where it came from, which was Frank's father and Serge's father. So there's me, Frank and Serge here, and their father was Alessandro, and you know, we just valued his teachings in life, which was just, he was just a very, everything was about balance. He said, find your balance in life. Keep it simple, keep it real, and enjoy the simple pleasures in life. And for him, the most simple pleasures was his family and his every meal, every single meal. Even my kids, like from a young age, would have a bit of red wine with lemonade or water or something, but there was wine on the table. He made wine, he loved wine, and for him it was just what brought us all together. It's
a wonderful Italian tradition, isn't it? Sharing wine at the table.
I know, and we always shared food. And anyway, we really value his lessons in life, because we do get super busy and we forget about balance sometimes. And it's just so essential to take that time to value your family, value the important people in your life. And so this, for us, is the label that kind of pays tribute to those life values, I suppose. So I'm really happy to be sharing these with you.
It's a stunner,
yeah,
you bet.
Chardonnay.
Well, we're social distancing, so that's great, which we have to now, of course.
Doing everything right. So this Chardonnay is from Tumbarumba and Hunter Valley. A few years back, we found Tumbarumba because we had hail here and we couldn't use our, and it was a fantastic find. And it's just an exceptional vineyard down there, and
how fresh, how bright is that wine, and it's just beautifully in balance.
Yeah, and just mixing it with a bit of that Hunter Valley, and it's just, we found the perfect combination. So cheers.
I'm nearly at the bottom of mine, actually. I've been enjoying it.
We've got a whole bottle here. We're okay. We're okay. And then of course we've got a Hunter Valley Shiraz as well. Typically in our reserve range, we've usually had mostly focused on our Langhorne Creek collection, because we are a multi-regional winery, and our signature collection is our bluegrass collection, and it's
the Cab Sav, isn't it? You're famous for. It's
Langhorne
stunning.
Creek.
Yep.
But over the last few years, we really wanted to. Brett's passionate about the Hunter Valley. We're passionate about the Hunter Valley, so we've really tried to bring back in some great wines from here, and it's sensational. So have a little taste. Let me know what you think.
Keen to have a look.
It's got our signature style in there, Pete. So it may not be a 100% typical style, Hunter Valley style, because we've actually mixed this. See what you think. Oh,
you know what? That's got years left to run, hasn't it? I can just see you're just getting a bit of that tannins on the. So that's just stunning.
Our signature style is that we've actually put this into some American oak as well as French oak.
Okay.
So the American oak is really our bluegrass.
Yeah.
That's how we get that robust feeling. So we've really brought a bit of robustness into this.
I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
And it will. It's a wine built for longevity. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy.
But not tonight. Tonight is built for the next 15 minutes or so.
For enjoyment immediately.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy them. By the fire. So everyone, if you have a great weekend, we wanted to offer some viewers.
We did. Well, a little something.
A little something.
You've taken the time off your Friday night to drop online. So we did want to offer you a little something. So for those people that do drop on to, and we could probably put this promo on your website as well. We should do that.
Yeah, we will.
So on the weekenda.com website, which is weekend, the letter A.com.au. So weekenda.com.au. Anybody that makes a booking, let's say in the next, 7 days. What do you think, Deb? 7 days?
This week.
This week, yeah. Over the next 7 days, we've got a code called Saddlers. So if you're making a booking, then you'll get 3 nights for the price of 2.
Fantastic.
And you get a free bottle of the signature Alessandro Shiraz.
If you want Hunter Valley Shiraz or Chardonnay, you let us know, and it will be in your room waiting for you, as well as a complimentary tasting at our winery here. So we can take care of that, the full booking, and have the full fantastic Hunter Valley experience, winery and all. So thank you so much for joining us, Pete.
Yeah, thanks, Wendy. I appreciate the invitation.
Pete's like this incredible Hunter Valley advocate. He's fantastic. He does nothing but support everyone around here. So
I love it here.
Pete, thank you so much.
Thanks, Wendy.
You inspire me to contribute more.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.